Collect the little food there and come back quick. Driver, things change. No one to see life hard. Why you never send a penny come a yard? Could go on and on. The fool has never been told. I wanna be loved, not for who you think I am. Not what you want me to be. Destiny, mama, look from when you call it. Me all walk like a champion, talk like a champion. If you no mess with me, you are gonna see a million. Ever so often I've got to remind you that oh we touch you, squeeze up on.
Them come on a cargo plane, Dunce Head, right? And I'm thieving brother and thieving family over the work at airport.
What happens when a man spends 10 years in a U.S. federal prison on drug charges?
Federal U.S. authorities say Buju attempted to buy cocaine from an undercover officer in Florida.
Comes home to Jamaica.
It's a great feeling, a great joy to be back home, even though I was going through my stress and I was very tired after traveling all night. I was happy to see the masses.
And packs the National Stadium to capacity. Breaks Bob Marley's record for most #1 singles in a year, and then gets accused by his own government of lying about hurricane relief barrels being tampered with.
Fully wrapped, and everything that was there left the airport in the custody of the charitable organization.
All while remaining one of the most powerful voices in reggae and dancehall music. Buju Banton has dominated reggae and dancehall for over 3 decades. He's a father to multiple children, currently single, and as of 2025 is working on new music, including a potential collaboration with American rapper Capella Gray, while scheduled to perform at Essence Fest 2025. But before we dive into how he recently called out Jamaica's Minister of National Security, Daryl Vaz, for allegedly stealing from hurricane relief barrels he sent after Hurricane Melissa devastated Jamaica in late 2025, sparking a massive public controversy, they had Buju deleting his posts after the minister clapped back with receipts.
But I saw stay on a dirty crowbait, reptile mentality on a break my.
And before we talk about how his No Water in My Whiskey Tour USA just concluded while postponing some 2025 dates, you need to understand 2 things that define Buju Banton's journey.
For the culture, for reggae music, you know, we want to support our culture and our music like we always have been, but stronger.
First, this man came from absolute poverty, sleeping in a 1-room blue board house in Kingston, selling cigarettes for his mother at age 7, getting discovered by Shabba Ranks, who literally called him out of a mango tree, and building a career so powerful that in 1 year he sold more singles than Bob Marley. Yet he refuses to call himself king, insisting he's a servant of the people and the music.
First and foremost, you have to understand your role. I am not the king. I am a servant of the music. When the king comes, he must be readily identifiable.
And second, in 2009, Buju Banton was arrested in a federal drug sting operation that he and his supporters claim was a setup orchestrated because of his conscious music and refusal to bow to industry pressures.
New this morning, a reggae star whose anti-gay lyrics led to a show cancellation in Miami is now locked up in a federal cell in Miami on drug conspiracy charges.
He spent 10 years in U.S. federal custody before returning to Jamaica in 2018 to a hero's welcome and a sold-out concert that made history, proving that not even a decade in prison could silence Gargamel. July 15th, 1973, Kingston, Jamaica. Mark Anthony Mari was born into poverty in a 1-room blue board house. His mother and father raised their children in the toughest conditions imaginable. At age 14, Buju was climbing a mango tree. The spirit told him to climb it, sit in it, eat the mango, and drop only the seed. When the seed hit the ground, a blue car pulled up.
And the spirit came to me and said, climb this tree, sit in it, eat this mango. Don't come out until you're finished.
a man stepped out and looked up into the tree. Juvenile. You know a man named Clement Irie? That man was Shabba Ranks, one of Jamaica's biggest dance hall stars. Shabba took young Buju to a show, changing his life forever.
And I take talk from reading and she then, and I just do it.
Right. And Gargamel was like the foul dude in the Smurfs?
Yeah, he was the bad guy in the Smurfs.
Yeah.
Buju got his nickname Gargamel from Wayne Wonder and Frankie Sly. In the Smurfs cartoon, Gargamel was the villain trying to eat the Smurfs. Buju was a troublemaker, a rude boy, so they called him Gargamel. He resented it at first, but in Jamaica, if you resist the nickname, it sticks harder. Eventually, he embraced it. At 16, on August 16, 1986, Buju recorded his first song. He'd been DJing on sound systems every weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, barely coming home, just living in the music. Clement Irie brought him to Penthouse Recording Studio. Robert French, the producer, didn't want to work with the young artist, but Clement insisted. They put Buju in the booth, turned on the red light, and told him to sing.
Immerse myself, deliver one of the best lyrics I know I had stored in my cranium.
Buju closed his eyes and delivered one of the best lyrics he had stored in his brain. One take, 3 to 4 minutes straight, no mistakes. When he opened his eyes, the entire studio was in shock. They loved it. That was The Ruler, Buju Banton's very first song. By the early 1990s, Buju Banton was making hits. Driver,
Don't stop at all. Drop this Arizona Rona album all.
released in 1992, became a massive anthem. The story behind it? Buju was in Miami, leaving Fort Lauderdale to get to the studio. He had a driver pushing him to hurry. By the time he got to the studio, he was singing Driver. He called Jamaica from the taxi, had them make the rhythm, flew home the next day, and recorded it. He knew it was a smash hit before it even dropped. Then came Till Shiloh in 1995.
It's a competitive world for low-budget people.
The album that changed everything. Buju had been making hardcore dancehall music, but he felt the music needed to return to consciousness, to spirituality, to uplifting the people.
Sense that we all have inside of us have been laid dormant, and they're doing everything in their power to kill it. Yeah, we are the most spiritual people that walk on the face of the earth.
Till Shiloh was about returning potency to the music, eliciting spiritual essence, touching minds and hearts, not just extracting money. Buju watched hip-hop turn into a gangster culture that sent young men to prison. He refused to participate. Till Shiloh was his statement. Music should uplift, not destroy.
Like the 12 tribes of Israel, and they cannot deny them.
The album went gold 25 years later, in 2020, a testament to its timelessness.
Remind you of the genesis of who we are as a people, and despite all that's going on, that feeling that you're feeling inside of you, it is very real.
In 1 year, Buju Banton sold more singles than Bob Marley. People bring it up constantly, but Buju deflects.
And we all sit and laugh and think it's a joke. We want back with music.
Real talk.
I gotta take our music and put it in the cloud. And I can't get my music physically, play my music when I want to hear my music. Yet you're not paying nothing for your music. Pennies! And then because I pennies to make this blood clot. You trick with it. And the major players who's supposed to speak up about this trickery and modern day blood clot robbery and stealing.
Buju says on December 10th, 2009, Buju Banton was arrested in Miami in a federal drug sting operation. He was accused of conspiring to buy cocaine from an undercover DEA agent.
Walked with the package to a nearby table. Here's Thomas cutting into the cocaine, then a brief conversation between the men.
He maintained his innocence from day one. He claimed he was set up, that the U.S. government targeted him because of his conscious music, his refusal to compromise, his power to influence masses.
I was sent to prison in the United States of America and trumped up charges with faulty jury woman, corrupt judge, corrupt prosecutor, corrupt agent, corrupt drug dealer with them put on me for try to get me mixed up in them drugs business.
A 2006 WikiLeaks report showed the U.S. government wanted to neutralize Buju Banton. They saw him as a threat, so they removed him from the streets and put him somewhere else, federal prison.
In the heart lies the issues, all things.
In March 2011, after a mistrial and retrial, Buju was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. Buju worked out 3 times a day in prison, sometimes on weekends, twice a day. He read books, Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, the Bible, speeches by His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie. He projected himself mentally, seeing himself on stage with his family, living free.
And I find myself in a similar situation like him. I would project myself on stage, project myself doing things that I would normally do at various colleges and universities, talking to the children.
He forgave his oppressors.
And I will not say, Father, forgive them because they know not what they have done. No, I said, Father, forgive them, but they know what they did.
On December 7th, 2018, Buju Banton walked out of U.S. federal custody. He flew home to Jamaica. When he landed at the airport, thousands of people mobbed him. He was shocked, overwhelmed, happy, but also tired and needing privacy.
I was happy to see the masses. You know what I mean? People at the airport, people who work there, and come out and, embrace I forward in. It's a great feeling.
On March 16th, 2019, Buju Banton performed the Long Walk to Freedom concert at Jamaica's National Stadium. It was sold out. 90,000 people packed the stadium to capacity, the first time in Jamaican history for a reggae dancehall artist.
Keep it simple. It's pure magic.
Buju Banton has multiple children. He keeps their lives private, protecting them from the public eye. He's currently single and focused on his music and mission.
My relationship with my people, them, you see that 10 years in prison kind of put a dent in some of the relationships with my children, them. But it's time.
His relationship with his children was strained by 10 years in prison, but time is healing those wounds. In late 2025, Hurricane Melissa devastated Jamaica. Buju Banton immediately organized relief efforts through his Buju Banton Foundation. But when the relief barrels arrived in Jamaica, Buju posted a furious video on social media claiming items were stolen.
You understand me? I should have come in and come going to some scandal because of that on the deserve.
Minister of National Security Daryl Vaz clapped back immediately, stating customs cleared the shipment with seals intact, and the manifest Buju's team provided didn't list some of the items he claimed were missing.
And I want to make it very clear that the shipment left the airport intact as it came, fully wrapped and everything.
Buju accused Vaz of politicizing the issue, but after Vaz's statement with receipts, Buju quietly deleted his posts. The public debate raged on, with Jamaicans demanding transparency. As of 2025, Buju Banton is working on new music, including a potential collaboration with American rapper Capella Gray. He's scheduled to perform at Essence Fest 2025. His No Water in My Whiskey Tour USA recently concluded, and he's postponed some US dates to 2025. His next album is 100% dancehall, hard-hitting music for the ladies and the rude boys. With Vybz Kartel finally free after 13 years in prison, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer still active, Buju sees this as dancehall's moment to rise again. As of 2025, Buju Banton's estimated net worth is $2 million, built through decades of music, touring, and business ventures, despite losing 10 years to prison.
Still making big moves regardless.
At 51 years old, Buju Banton, born Mark Anthony Myrie, called out of a mango tree by Shabba Ranks at 14, recorded his first song at 16, broke Bob Marley's record for most #1 singles in a year, survived 10 years in U.S. federal prison on what he claims were trumped-up charges designed to silence his conscious voice, came home to 90,000 people at the National Stadium, and continues fighting for Jamaica's soul while battling government corruption over hurricane relief, stands as proof that you can't break a man whose heart is pure and whose mission is divine. From Driver to Untold Stories to Till Shiloh to surviving prison to calling out Jamaica's Minister of National Security for allegedly stealing from hurricane victims to preparing 100% dancehall music with Vybz Kartel free and the movement rising, Buju Banton isn't just a reggae and dancehall legend, he's a servant of the people, a spiritual warrior, and the gargamel Tomo who refuses to bow.